Hello, hello. I'm excited to get back into my playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. I've been really enjoying it recently and I'm getting more and more into it. Welcome back to episode 14 of my full playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode, we met Lahabrea for the first time, the evil Ascian, and we learned that the Gaileans have an ultimate weapon. Not sure what's going on there, but we'll find out pretty soon. And we've been helping the Sylphs as well. And we've been helping the Sylphs a lot to establish diplomatic relations. A peaceful relationship. And now we're gonna go see the Touched Ones. Before that though, we are in the Archers Guild, so we may as well do our job quest. Which I'm gonna do right now, and after this, maybe we'll become a bard pretty soon. It's been fun. I hope you can relax and enjoy today's episode. Let's get into it. Thank the gods you've come, Freedom. Perhaps you can talk some sense into the stubborn fool. Calm yourself, Sylph. At least let us petition the Order of the Twin Adder. There is no time, Lucienne. Power would be long gone before their forces have even assembled. Alone I can move more swiftly, but this is too reckless. You, the adventurer and the savage, you cannot understand. Well, his lying certainly hasn't improved. If he honestly thinks he's doing us a favor by forbidding us from getting involved, he's an even bigger fool than I imagined. Come, Freedom, to the South Shroud. I think we've got some hunting logs on the South Shroud to do. Or was it the East Shroud? Okay. Okay, let's go to the South Shroud. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to come and join the stream. Oh. This is a different atmosphere to Gridania than I saw previously. It's a bit like a horror game. Yeah, feel free to join the stream on Twitch if you ever want to join along live. Oh, looks like we got a battle. You know, I'm thinking about it, but before we do the battle, I realized that this is a level 30 archer quest, but my gear is only level 23. I hope it's okay. I think it'll be alright. Guess we'll find out. Can't. Well, this is unfortunate. Sylph. Lay, Freedom, I told you not to follow me. Do not take me for a fool. You cannot conceal the truth from this archer's eye. Freedom, the others are almost upon us. We must make our stand here and protect Sylph. Okay. Hopefully we'll be able to do this quest. The wide volley. Actually, there's only one guy left. Do my AoE. Maybe I should poison this guy. Coming out of nowhere. Looks like we were able to do it, even if my gear is a little bit under-leveled. Hey, welcome to the stream. I told you I do not need or want your assistance. Why, you have deluded yourselves into thinking. You're the one who's deluded, thinking you could deceive us, when even a blind man could see that you cover your mouth every time you tell a lie. How's it going today? It's going pretty well. This is my second stream today, and I'm thoroughly enjoying Final Fantasy. Ooh. Some blokes just can't take a hint. I'm gonna group them up. Oh! I must have got hit by that spell. Gonna have to try that again. I think I stood in the flame. Whoops. But I think it was just I got hit by that spell, I just didn't dodge it. So I'll try it again. Okay, I have to dodge that. Dodge that. There we go, we did it. Okay. Uh-oh. And I thought you only had eyes for me. Oh, that was a big fall. That's a good unlock. With Windbite, you can bring the power of the very air around you to bear against your opponents, and they will suffer on long after you have knocked your next arrow. It will serve you well in battle, I am certain. All archers walk the same path, towards improvement and discovery. You will continue to mature and excel. Plus 13, that's pretty good. So I don't know what these stats do yet. Critical hit, I think I understand. Is dexterity good for bards and archers? It must be. Still not the job quest. Okay, we'll return to that after we continue our main scenario quest. Oh, I have to look out. Here we go. I don't know how significant the touched ones are to the story, but all we know is that the touched ones were influenced. They became touched ones after trying to summon the primal Ramu, who generally isn't violent. That's what we learned. And he turned the Sylphs into touched ones. There are tempered Sylphs in the distance. You do not sense that they pose a danger if left alone. I also love the music that plays when you're in the character creation screen. A missive from the Sylph Elder himself, and we saved the Sylph Elder last episode. The Elder Seedseer will be overjoyed to hear that the Sylphs have welcomed our overtures. And in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources towards tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. You have done this nation a great service, my friend. On behalf of all Gridanians, I give you my thanks. So the main scenario quest gives you quite a bit of gil, which is nice. Pray pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. Can Minfilia communicate with me from very far away because she also has the echo? Is that how it works? Ida and Papalima returned some little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. Yet the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. I would apprise you of the present situation in person. So what's it at now? What level is the quest at? Level 24. See, there's not so much point in becoming a bard yet, I think. I'm back to Vesper Bay. Why don't we have a look, since it's episode 14 now, I was thinking maybe we should have a look at what crafting and gathering blue quests I can do at this point. Let's try the Carpenter one, just for a bit of fun. and after that we'll get back to the main scenario. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Carpenters Guild. We are the artisans who take wood and grant it new form and purpose as the archer's bow, the lancer's spear, and the novice's shield. Thanks to hard-working botanists, we are blessed with the finest lumber in all of Eorzea. I remember the botany though. I have tried that before, where that's a gathering job, and you travel around anywhere really. You collect wood from trees, herbs from plants, are connected to one another. Another green adventurer come to play with saws. Okay, we get our first saw. And a crafting log. Oh, that's a new unlock. What does he want us to do? I think he wants us to do the crafting. Equip the saw. Put some clothes on. I got this mask back again. But I don't have the required materials. I might be able to buy it from inside of here though, I think, probably. Yes, I can. There we go. It only costs 2, so let's just buy 9 of them. So you can sell the shops, sell items to shops, but I think it's better to sell items on the market board. Okay, let's give it a go. Learn a lot of abilities on this first hotbar. Successfully crafting an item entails executing synthesis to achieve 100% progress before material durability reaches 0. We've only got one ability. So we can't make it higher quality yet. Boom! Level 2. I'm on level 4 carpenter already. As I mentioned before, Feriol has maple logs in his stock. Yes. Oh, if you are ready, show me what you have brought. Here you go. Yes, I feel it. The wood tells all. There were no careless cuts. Ooh, we get a bunch of wind shards, ice shards, maple logs. And also a curta, which helps raise my craftsmanship by 18. Okay, that's our first crafting quest complete. We'll continue with the main scenario quests from here. I just wanted to give that a go. We'll equip our handsome archer gear once again. You know, the more and more I come to Ul'dah, or Thanalan, the more it grows on me. Well, if it isn't my favorite adventurer, welcome back, Freedom. Lady Minfilia awaits you within the solar. Please enter at your leisure. I am given to understand that the matter of Ramu has finally been resolved. I fear resolved bespeaks a permanence we cannot rightly claim. We still haven't solved the Touch One's issue, but we made a lot of progress in diplomacy. How fares the investigation? Well enough, Thancred is sparing no effort. There are many and one, just as you suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still. Is this the Ascians, or is this the Garleans? I think it's the Ascians. I see. I have been meaning to ask, but is Alisaie quite well? I feel as if I have scarcely seen her in recent days. Alisaie, I believe, is Alphinaud's sister, who parted ways with him. Nor have I. Alas, Alisaie has chosen to walk her own path. Stubborn girl, but you may be assured that our destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust the Baldician report will serve you well. I take it we can proceed as discussed. Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act. Truly you have done the Scions proud. With that we can strike Ramu from the list. So who's next? The Sahagin and the Leviathan? Sounds intimidating. There must be another primal. The Lord of the World has not answered his minion's call of late. nor is he expected to do so in the near future. The Lord of the Whirl. While the Sahagin, they're like a beast tribe, remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices for a time at least. Y'shtola, that was her name. For a time, bears repeating, we can ill afford to fall complacent. It is as Y'shtola says, unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty when next the Primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on Titan, another Primal? So, our main priority at the moment is not the Gaileans, and it's not the Ascians. It's the Primals. The Primals are the main threat to Eorzea at the moment. The Ascians as well are watching us as we fight these Primals, and the Maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long, you may depend on it. So Titan is in Thanalan because... oh no, not Thanalan, Limsa, because that's where the Maelstrom is. Gridania, wait, I meant Garuda, who is the primal of the exile who live near Gridania. So Garuda is in Gridania, but has nothing to do with the Sylphs. So many malms to cover, would that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, we should not long have wanted for a more practicable solution. She's not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief? But one sure step at a time, that's right. It's one step at a time. They're becoming the warrior of light. If you try to just finish everything straight away, you're going to be overwhelmed because there's so much to explore. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You have earned it. The adventure. Okay, so maybe we get a little break, it sounds like, but we still have all those primals they just mentioned. We haven't fought them yet. Is there something else, Freedom? Beg pardon? A man named Lahabrea, that's right. Sporting a red mask and robed in black, 12 preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Ascians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off their veil of secrecy now? Gods, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present lull in primal hostilities and investigate this Lahabrea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. Ooh, Sylph came to us. It's however you like to play the game. Glamours allow you to change whatever gear you're currently wearing to look like any other gear or clothes in the game that you own. And I know it's a big part of this game. So let's start that one. If I had a glamour. Oh dear, 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 this will never do. My sense of aesthetics simply won't allow it. How can you go out dressed like that? I would say the same to you. That's a funny looking outfit. My dear, if only you'd spare a thought for style and coordination. Looks like we have to go in here. It's not all it took to learn about glamours. Oh. It's a interesting way to talk to her. So how's that drink coming along? Here's your orange juice. What's a glamour, you ask? Well, they use a glamour prism as a catalyst to project the image of one item onto another. It's an illusion, mind, but very convincing. This means the original object stays essentially the same, it just takes on a new appearance. And then we have glamour dispellers to remove the illusion. Guess that's all it took. And we've got glamour dresses where we configure our glamours. Color your world. So let's do this one too, we may as well. It's a dye quest. You there, yes you, the decisively unfashionable adventurer we just met. She loves her orange juice, doesn't she? Well, this is promising, yeah. One orange juice. You are now able to dye items. Change the color of a piece of gear, you must first have a pot of dye on hand. Pots can be crafted or purchased in stores. The process of dyeing an item is as easy as selecting the dye icon. Terebinth, that's how you remove it. Housing. Ooh, you can even dye housing items. Okay. Well, great. I think those must be dungeon unlocks. Yes, I remember Halatali. Halatali is a dungeon. Let's take a look at all the different jobs we can get. So these are all of the jobs we can do, fighting jobs. So we've got Pugilist and Archer, that's all we have so far. We also have these 4 tanks. I think there are more tanks than that. I'm pretty sure there are more tanks than that. Maybe it is just the 4, but I think there are more later down the line. Gladiator, Marauder, Dark Knight, Gunbreaker, Healer, so Conjurer, which turns into White Mage, which is the simplest healer job, and it's very satisfying. Dancer, Rogue, Samurai, Reaper, Viper, Beastmaster. I think that's introduced in Dawn Trail, the latest expansion. Physical range, Machinist and Dancer. Then there's Magical range, Thaumaturge, which turns, I think, into Black Mage. Arcanist, Red Mage, which is like a mixed hybrid melee and ranged. Pictomancer, I don't know what that is. Blue Mage, I don't know what that is either, I forgot. Okay, but in terms of crafting and gathering, we have Blacksmith, Armorer, Goldsmith. So that's what this person wants, is us to level Goldsmith, then we'll be able to do that quest. You can make potions. Culinarian, you can make food. Food gives you a lot of different stats as well. And then we've got 3 gatherings, so Botanist, Fisher, Miner. I don't know which one I like the most, but I think it'll be really fun to explore these different jobs. A whole nother world of this game. Thank you for joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope anyone who's watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed as well. This is episode 14 of my full playthrough of Final Fantasy. Today we went a little bit on side quests, bit of a break, and tried to unlock Carpenter. And we've unlocked Glamours and we've unlocked Dye if we want to, but I think it looks pretty cool right now, minus the Megamind head. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching episode 14. Hope to see you in the next episode. Bye bye.